50 to 70 million Americans experience a sleep disorder. If you feel like you're not able to get enough sleep or quality sleep because your body clock is just off, well, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to teach you about hormones that influence your sleep, why your body clock may be offset, and 5 major strategies to reset your body clock and get better sleep at night. This video is going to be power-packed with useful information, so silence your distractions, get out a notebook, and get ready to take some notes. This is the Dr. K Show. Most high-achieving professionals and entrepreneurs suffer with constant stress. I'm Dr. Karthik Ramanan, and I'll teach you to end burnout so you can reclaim your energy and passion for life. On this channel, I do motivational videos, guided meditations, and the Dr. K Show, where every week I discuss valuable topics to end burnout and build your emotional health. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Did you know that even if you're a subscriber, you might not see my videos on your YouTube home screen? Turning on that notification bell is the only way to ensure that you don't miss out. Your body clock, scientifically known as your circadian rhythm, influences your hormone levels, brain activity, cell regeneration, and so much more. To have a properly functioning circadian rhythm is critical, not only for your emotional health, but for your overall health. Our master regulatory gland is the hypothalamus, located in the center of the brain. Its primary job is to keep the body in homeostasis, or balance. Many of the body's thermostat-like controls are regulated through the hypothalamus. One such mechanism is circadian rhythm regulation, orchestrated by the suprachiasmatic nucleus of the hypothalamus. It receives light information from the eye and sends the information elsewhere, like to the pineal gland. This information is used to regulate the secretion of melatonin by the pineal gland. Melatonin, which you can think of as your stay-asleep hormone, is secreted by the pineal gland in the darkness. The presence of light turns melatonin production off. As you can see already, light exposure plays an important role in maintaining your sleep patterns. Another hormone that you need to understand is cortisol. Cortisol is your primary stress hormone, and it is released by your adrenal glands. It gives you alertness. It too has a regulatory mechanism, and the hypothalamus is involved again. It's called the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis. I'll save the details for a future video, but when your HPA axis is off, your cortisol levels are affected, and you might experience what's casually called adrenal fatigue. Ever heard of that? Experienced that? I sure have. And it goes hand in hand with burnout. It's not fun. Let's take a look at these two hormones again. Melatonin is your stay-asleep hormone. Naturally, you'd want this to be high during the nighttime and low during the day. Cortisol is your alertness hormone. You'd want this to be high in the morning and then reduce throughout the day. When these two hormones are not regulated the way that they're intended to be, your body clock will be affected negatively. Now that we've talked about some concepts in human physiology relating to your body clock, let's quickly look into why your body clock might be offset. For one, your light exposure might not resemble natural environmental circumstances. For instance, if you don't get enough sunlight exposure during the day, and you have too much exposure to blue light from your devices at night, you can see how this might confuse our bodies as to whether we're in daytime or nighttime. Additionally, traveling across time zones can impact our body clock. Working late or overnight shifts, eating at the wrong times, being stressed out or burnt out, the list goes on. What can we do about it? Well, quite a bit, so let's go. The first category of strategies: fix your light exposure. Get plenty of sunlight during the day. Not only is sunlight necessary for vitamin D production, sunlight triggers a protein called melanopsin. Melanopsin causes us to become more alert and energized, and is responsible for synchronizing the brain clock. Melanopsin is only triggered by blue light, not orange light. So if we're indoors most of the day, we're not getting enough sunlight for our melanopsin to properly set the brain clock. And if we're on our blue light emitting devices at night, we're getting just enough blue light to screw up our brain clock when it's expecting no sunlight and no blue light. No wonder our body clocks are off. That leads me to the second point on fixing your light exposure. Reduce usage of your devices in the evening. This includes your phones, your laptops, TVs. If you must use them, turn on the color temperature shifting features like night shift on your iPhone, or use blue light blocking glasses. Having proper light exposure also matters when we're sleeping. Block out all extra light from your bedroom so that your sleep is sound. Remember, melatonin, your stay asleep hormone, is upregulated in darkness. If your bedroom has too much outside light, even if your eyes are covered, your body clock will get disturbed. Use blackout curtains. Absolutely avoid bringing your phone into the bedroom at night and instead use a dim alarm clock. Even better, use a wake-up light alarm clock that simulates the sunrise at the desired time. If you're getting value out of this so far, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Thank you. Strategy number 2, fix your food habits. Our chronobiology is affected by our dietary patterns. We've been told that we need to eat 3 meals a day and snack in between. This is not natural. Food was a scarce commodity for much of human existence. When we are in a constant fed state, we fail to establish daily rhythms for our metabolism and our gut microbiome. Intermittent fasting is an excellent way to spend more time outside of the fed state. Additionally, chronobiology research shows us that eating more of our food toward the beginning of the day and less food later as the day goes on has beneficial effects for our body clock and even for weight loss. Try eating within a 12-hour window with the majority of the food toward the beginning of the day and gradually reduce that window within which you eat. Definitely do not eat within 3 hours of going to sleep. The closer we can be to a fasted state going into the night, the better we will sleep. Additionally, reduce your reliance on stimulants like coffee. I can already hear you complaining. Your body can and will adjust to less caffeine if you train it to do so. If you do consume stimulants, make sure you do so as far away from bedtime as possible. For many people, a single cup of coffee at noon can disturb their sleep at night. Figure out a solution that works best for you. For me, I don't consume any caffeine. You'll adjust. Strategy number 3, create powerful, repeatable nighttime habits. We truly are creatures of habit. We're talking about body clocks here. What does that mean? Patterns, routines, habits. If our nighttime routines are no routine, then how can we expect our body to simply behave as if there was a routine? Find a way to wind down at the end of the night. That means create habits around time, place, actions leading up to bedtime. Time. Strive to get into bed at around the same time every night. Place. Make sure your bedroom is only used for sleep and sex, not for TV, not for work. We want to create the psychological connection that this bed and this room equals sleep. And lastly, actions. Create a ritual for yourself at night that will, with practice, trigger the unconscious habits that lead to sleep. This could include reading fiction from a book, not a blue light emitting iPad. It could include meditating, light yoga, anything that relaxes you. You could also create a routine that includes a contrast shower before bed. Now, disclaimer, if you're dealing with a diagnosed medical condition, consult your physician first. I'm a doctor, but I'm not your doctor. So be smart. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, here's how it works. Start with a nice, warm, or hot shower, like you'd normally do it. Then quickly switch to cold water for 10, 15, 30 seconds, whatever you can tolerate. Go back to hot for another minute, then back to cold. You can repeat it a few times. The key is to end on cold, again, for as long as you can comfortably tolerate. Then dry yourself off, but don't do so vigorously enough to warm yourself up with the towel. You've cooled down your body, and you want your hypothalamus to kick in to raise your body temperature on its own. Go right to bed. Bonus tip for the contrast shower. If you're already in bed and having a hard time falling back asleep, laying in bed and being frustrated is only going to keep you up longer. When I'm up in the middle of the night, a quick 3 to 5 minute contrast shower is my go-to remedy. I get back into bed and sleep like a baby. Strategy number 4, fix your psychology around sleep. Listen, high achiever, if you think sleep is for the weak or I can sleep when I'm dead, think again. If you want great emotional health, if you want great brain health, sleep is non-negotiable. If you constantly feel that sleeping is in opposition to your productivity, you are unconsciously going to be fighting your body clock. Work with your body's rhythms, and you'll be able to do even more extraordinary work. And finally, strategy number 5, see a licensed naturopathic physician or integrative doctor. Look, I get it. You don't have time to go see a doctor and you'd rather just buy a supplement from Costco. If we don't run your labs and understand what's going on in your body, you might just be patching up one area while the root cause goes unaddressed. Here's an example. Remember melatonin, our stay asleep hormone? If we can't sleep at night, it would make sense that we could take a melatonin supplement. Well, it turns out that melatonin can be used as an antioxidant in the body to neutralize what are called reactive oxygen species, free radicals resulting from normal body functions that can damage our cells. Maybe your diet doesn't consist of enough antioxidants from fresh fruits and vegetables, and as a result, your melatonin is being rapidly consumed for antioxidant functions rather than for balancing your body clock. You wouldn't know what's going on in your unique body unless you worked with a professional. What was your favorite tip to reset your body clock? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of the Dr. K Show. While you wait for that episode, check out an earlier video I did on resetting your body clock. There's a segment with a fire motivational speech at the end, right here. Always remember, I believe in your greatness.